What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video where I'll be going over SPI and why it moved. Before I do that, I want to start off basically saying that I was actually red on SPI. I'm red $290 on the day from SPI. And even though it was up 4,000%, you can't catch them all. And I basically want to tell you guys that although I'm upset about missing out on SPI, I did catch all the other plays. I didn't let missing out on one single trade get to me. I basically just accepted that I was just down. I could have played it. I could have honestly played it, but instead I played sympathies, and I actually made a decent amount. So again, if you guys, I don't want you guys to worry. If there's a main mover and you're not playing it, it's okay. Don't stress about it. There's always other plays. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's always other plays. So let's get right into it. Starting off, SPI, we're going to look at pre-market trading here. Let me get it, the 1 and the 5 minute up. And as you guys can tell, we gapped up massively. Just insane gap up from 99 cents, $1 yesterday. We gapped up to nearly almost $4. As soon as I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, it's overextended. This thing is crazy. Like, why is it at $4 right now? It's up 400% nearly. Oh, no, I shouldn't have been thinking that. But I was thinking that. And if we look at the chart, we can look at the volume candles. We can actually see that SPI was actually trading over its 52-week high, actually all-time high volume. Pre-market, basically. I think my daily chart. Oh, look, you guys can see my actual trades. But if we look here, today we traded with almost 350 million shares. That's a lot of shares. That's so many shares that if you look at this 10-year chart, there's no other day. It's a 10-year one day. There's no other day that comes even close. The closest thing looks like right here, and it's 13 million. 10 million, 15 million, and another 14 million, like literally like under 15 million, basically. 15 million shares was its previous high of volume traded. Today, by pre-market, I'm pretty sure it traded way over. It did trade way over its 15 million share mark. So this was on my watch list basically because high volume stocks had the ability to make insane moves, and I was watching it. It was on my number one chart. So I kept this on watch, even though it was up 400% already. As soon as market opened, I didn't take any trades on this, actually. I just didn't because I thought it was overextended. I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting it to kind of like dip for the rest of the day because it was up 400%. How much more could it go? Of course, it went to $46. Over 4,500%. But I didn't know that was going to happen. So I had it open, didn't trade at all. And then around 10 a.m., I noticed it was curling and it was going for its high a day mark. So it was on my radar. I was watching it. I still didn't play, but I mapped this out. I put this resistance line here, basically like right at high day, because when stocks break out over high a day, they tend to run hard. As soon as this thing broke out its high a day mark at 425 or 420, yeah. As soon as it broke out, 425, it just freaking went berserk. Broke out with insane volume here. This one volume candle had 3.7 million shares traded on the 1 minute chart. That is a lot of shares. That's going to push the price up a lot. We saw it go from 425 all the way up to 493 at the top. 493 right here. That's a big move. I didn't take it. I wasn't in it. I missed out and I was angry. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't take this. This was a huge move. I could have made so much money off of it. I didn't take it. I got emotional, got mad at myself. And during this little flag setup, I actually went in way too much size. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to flag here. It's flagging the 1 minute. It's flagging the 5 minute too. And it's going to make a new high. It's going to break $5 and make a new high. I'm going to be rich. No, it didn't happen. I sized in way too much, got caught on the sell. I was down. Over 1K, and I was just angry. Well, actually, I was up $800 before this trade on a different trade. I was down over 1K on the day. So basically I lost over $1,800 on this one move from here around this level to down here where I sold. I lost $1,800 and I was angry. I was very angry, traded emotionally. It happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But I've recovered. And as you guys can tell, I was down. I was red nearly $1,800. I ended the day down $290 on this ticker. So made money back. I basically just scalped it. But enough talking about my account. I just want to review the rest of the stock. That's basically how I play in the morning. I want to review the stock for you guys so you can see my technical analysis on it. So the first move after this high day around 10:15, the first actual move, it happened around it happened around 10:55. And we basically just have a consolidation pattern. It's just consolidating right above, it's above VWAP, bullish, consolidating. I didn't play it, obviously, because this didn't look great. This was not a good chart setup. It basically didn't set up at all. On the 5-minute, it's holding the 8 EMA, which is something nice. It dipped below, but it got bought up easily. Like right here, dipped below the 50 EMA on the 1 minute, got bought up. So that was a little bullish thing, but I wasn't super bullish. And I was surprised when it actually went from 449 all the way up to nearly 550 on this breakout move. I was very surprised that this actually happened. But I kept it on my radar because as soon as it broke out up here around 11 a.m., it just kept trending upwards until 11:25. So for 25 minutes, we basically just trended up. Of course, we had some little mini sell-offs that broke below the 8 EMA on the 1 minute, but it didn't affect anything because it broke below and then quickly got bought up, as we can see with this candlestick. The same thing happened here. It broke below, but not as bad as the previous candle. Got bought up, closed nicely. And here we broke below little tiny bit, but it shot up and closed really well. So this thing had a lot of momentum in it all day. And this is where my first major pattern came out. Starting around 1 p.m. all the way up to 1 p.m. Oh, yeah, sorry. 1 p.m. going up to around 1:15. We have a symmetrical triangle on the 1 minute and also the 5 minute. I call this the first actual breakout. After the morning breakout, after this morning breakout, this is the first breakout. But this weird breakout, not really a pattern. It just broke out of nowhere. I don't like this. I don't like this failed of a flag and then blah, blah, blah. Don't really consider that a good pattern. But the first good pattern was from 1 to 1:15. And we symmetrical triangled, held the 20 EMA on the 1 minute, held the 5 EMA the 8 EMA on the 5 minute, and broke out. Great breakout right here. Great breakout. I played small size here. And then again, another symmetrical triangle pattern appeared. 120 all the way up to 134. Another symmetrical triangle that held the 20 EMA on the 1 minute and the 8 EMA on the 5 minute. Bullish, very bullish. Broke out, hit high day. And it kind of went berserkers. It went bonkers after that. After that, again, there is not really another pattern that appeared. It just went parabolic all the way from $15 to $46.67. That is a massive move. I didn't play any of this. I was out here. I was done. I was out and done at 134, around that time frame. I was done. I was done trading this ticker because when it goes parabolic, there's no telling how high it's going to go. My opinion, I'm all about risk management, and this thing could have just died. This thing could have died at $20. This thing could have died $30. It decided to die right here. Whoever got in, there were people buying. A lot of people had FOMO on this stock. I think it's because we haven't seen that many runners in the past month and a half, 2 months. So people were dying to get in a major runner, and this thing was promising. And because it was so promising, a ton of people were paying attention, a ton of people were buying the highs. And it just kept ramping up until it eventually hit $46. That's insane. Insane. But whoever bought near $46 and was hoping it would go to 50, they lost big time. Because if we look here, it halted down 206, halted down here, opened back up at $24, $23. Whoever got stuck in this halt instantly lost half. They lost nearly 50% of what they had. They were in at $46. It opens at 23. They're at 50% loss. That could happen at any moment of any time, in my opinion. That's why I didn't trade in the afternoon. I didn't trade this thing. I traded sympathies, which in my opinion are a lot less risky. A lot less risky. Because I saw this thing ramping up like crazy. So we're after that last pattern, around 134, I didn't take any more trades. No more patterns, in my opinion. It's just straight parabolic. Volume's just pushing it. FOMO's pushing it. So I moved on to sympathies, which were OPTT, SunW, and CBAT. Those are my winners. And as we can tell, this thing, OPTT, didn't have any volume. Not much volume at all. It started moving around 1423, which is 2:23 in the afternoon. Started moving around this time because it's the same sector. People were going crazy. SPI, it was halted. So people were like, oh my gosh, what's the next mover? What's the next one? The sector was on fire. It was hot. People were finding any stock related to SPI and just buying it. And that's what happened with OPTT. I traded this thing, basically just bought around here. Instantly just, I've been scalping. I scalped this thing, only like 10 cents. Another thing, SunW, another ticker. SunW also ran crazy while SPI was halted. Again, everyone wanted to find the next one while SPI was halted because no one could trade it. People were fiending. They were freaking out. They had so much FOMO that they were moving on to these other crappy companies that were just sympathies. So around 212, this thing just started taking off and went parabolic, very similarly to SPI. Of course, it didn't go nearly as high, but it ran from 150 all the way up to like 457. I just scalped. I scalped this thing because it's risky. It's a risky stuff. I think I took like a 10, 20 cent winner off this. Another thing, CBAT. Sorry, I keep calling them things. They're stocks. Another stock, the same exact time frame, started running like crazy at 217. It flagged around here, 217, broke out high day, flagged a little bit, started going crazy around 227, 228, just went parabolic. That's all I can say. If something's running 4,000%, there's going to be sympathies. People are going to freak out, and you can take advantage of that. If you don't take advantage of that, it's fine. It's okay. But you have to be smart because if you take major losses, it's so easy to take major losses in this kind of market because people are just freaking out. FOMO's hitting them. And literally, if you buy the new high, it could be the final high, and it could just dip. And you have to be very careful. This is a long video, 13, 14 minutes. So I'm going to end this here. Basically today, to summarize, SPI was probably the most crazy mover I've ever seen in my career while trading. I just witnessed this thing go 4,500%. And I wasn't going to play it. I'm okay with not playing this. And whoever didn't play this and didn't bank off SPI, you shouldn't be angry. Do not be angry. Of course, there are multiple chances to make money off of it. But if you're mad about not playing from 1:34 to 2 o'clock, you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel like that at all. This is parabolic moving. It could have reached any level. It could have gone to $20 and dipped and been done. Like no one would have known it went to $46. I was so shocked. And yeah. Anyways, this is the end of the video. It's kind of a long one. Just a recap of SPI, everything that moved today. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys did well today. Hope you guys did better than me, honestly, because SPI could have easily done better, but it's okay. It's okay. There's always another mover. I'm moving on to tomorrow. Tomorrow will most likely be hot. The rest of the week will probably be very hot because this Momo is crazy. The Momo today was insane. So I'm hoping tomorrow and the rest of the week is hot. And if you're in multi trading, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.